I wanted to move on to the basics of bug out bags. And this is one of those things in prepper circles. You can get 1,500, you can find 1,500 different articles on it in just by searching the internet. Now, we're not going to go into a lot of depth on this because this is what when I'm talking about this stuff with family planning and all that stuff, I'm not talking about the super stacked out bug out bag or anything like that. This is just the basic thing for that person that doesn't know a lot about preparedness, right? So you want to make sure they have a few days worth of water in their bug out bags. A lot of people don't carry, some people don't even carry any water. But like I said, this is for that person that doesn't know a lot about preparedness. And I think having that 3 days worth of water is important, even if it's not like 3 gallons of water. I think it's important to have enough water that's gonna last you a few days and not leave you completely dehydrated. For the person that doesn't know a lot about preparedness, I think that's important. The food, same thing. The ration bars, the lightweight stuff, the stuff that's going to last forever. Clothing, footwear, socks. I'll run through this list and I'll let you expand on it. But sleeping bags, blankets, first aid supplies, even if it's just a little tiny kit. And then I've got in this article, which I'll link to below, but emergency supplies. So your basic bug out bag supplies. You don't need to worry about ferro rods and stuff like that, I don't think, because they're not going to know how to use, or they may not know how to use that stuff. But a Bic lighter is pretty important. And then personal hygiene products. Again, that's your kind of choice. As far as I don't think that brushing your teeth is going to be super important, but it may be to some people. Feminine hygiene products may be something that's important. And then extra cash and small bills, because if the grid's down and stuff like that, and make sure, like I said in this article, if you're doing it for your kids, make sure they don't know where the money is because it'll be gone. But just that basic stuff that you can throw something in your kid's trunk, in your wife or husband's trunk, something they don't have to put a whole lot of thought into, but it's going to have that stuff that if that situation ever does come up, they're going to be super happy that they have that stuff in their trunk. So you want to expand on any of those?
Yeah, I mean, I think you pretty much nailed it. I mean, if you don't have it with you, it's not going to do you any good when you need it, right? So,
Yeah.
and I mean, I know as preppers, it can seem like we can go overboard. I got the back seat of my truck filled up with a bunch of stuff. I take it on the road. On road trips and stuff. So I have my full bug out bag or whatever you want to call it. I guess it depends on where you're at, right? If I'm in my truck, I'm not bugging out. I'm getting home. I don't know. It's one of those bags full of a bunch of crap. Boots, socks, water, like freeze dried food. Rather have it and not need it than, I mean, it's not like I have that space full or anything like that.
Yeah.
Dog can lay on top of it a little bit, but yeah, I think you need that, man. I too many people, and you don't have to have a full bug out bag either. If that's not your jam, you don't have the space, get one of those little messenger bags or something, put some stuff in it.
Yeah.
Just in case. It's always a good idea. I mean, I remember when I lived in DC, they'd get a half inch of snow, and it would ice up the freeways, and they weren't ready for it out there half the time. And so people would just park their cars on the freeways. They would just leave their cars and walk and take off walking. I'll have some stuff.
Yeah. And this kind of goes to the whole preparing for the unprepared thing, that conversation we have from time to time about how much are you willing to do for other people. And I think if you're talking about immediate family members or family members you care a lot about or close with, and they just are not buying into the whole preparedness thing, I think stuff like this is the bare minimum you can do to kind of help them. We've talked about in the past how we put first aid kits and stuff like that in our kids' cars when they lived here. Stick them in the trunk, and they don't even have to worry about it. But we know it's there when the time comes. They know it's there when the time comes. And same thing with like bug out bags and stuff like that. Get those bare essentials, and it's going to be better than nothing at all. So,
yeah. Well, and I think it's like everybody wants to help one another out. So if someone's not into preparedness, there's a way that they want to do something for you if they're a friend and someone that cares about you. Just like you, maybe they're not on board with preparedness, right? So, hey, let me do this for you. It makes me feel better. In case something ever happens, you have it. Let me know if you use it so I can make sure you get it replaced. And then in turn, whatever their jam is, maybe that helps you out. Maybe they can build something. I don't know, whatever that is. So don't I think a lot of times we can shut down other people because they're not into preparedness. Yeah, not everybody needs to be a crazy prepper, you know.
Yeah.
Like just do it for them. If they're that important for you, do it for them and tell them, hey, this makes me feel good. It makes me feel better. Just let me do this for you.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe they get bored at one point or another. They go through it and they have questions about things, and it opens up that conversation about why you're that crazy prepper.
Hey everyone, thanks again for watching.
Absolutely. Just as a reminder, you can help us defeat the censors by liking, subscribing, and sharing this or any of our videos. Don't forget to click the link below and visit the website. Over there, you can listen to any of the older podcast episodes and also get on the email list.
And best of all, you can help us give the finger to both the apocalypse and the censors alike.